Today at work, I was doing my thing. There's this little ginger girl and her little ginger sister. And she goes, "Are you a girl or a boy?" And I was like, "I'm a girl. Are you a girl or a boy?" And she goes, "I'm a girl." And she's a girl. And I was like, "Cool." And then they left, and the dad was like, "So why am I telling you this story? Because it's completely unrelated to books. But is it?" I recently got the shit burned out of my stomach. Like, holy crap. I have a Crayola fire truck red rectangle that I keep wanting to call a triangle. It's a good thing I did well on that geometry section of the GREs. On my stomach because I sat outside and finished my book and didn't put on sunscreen. I put sunscreen on my tattoos. Really good tattoo owner, really bad skin owner. Every Day by David Levithan. It's about every day A wakes up in the body of someone of a different gender. A comments on the fact that A doesn't fit either gender. A doesn't identify one way or the other. But what is interesting about this is that it makes you aware of the heteronormativity that you may not already be aware of or that you think you have under control and you're on top of. Every day a different body, every day a different life, every day in love with the same girl. The same girl is this character named Rhiannon. Please go listen to the Fleetwood Mac song Rhiannon. I would recommend the 1976 live recording at Midnight Madness. Rhiannon is trying to get on, finds out about A's existence, how A jumps, and they're trying to cope with that obstacle, I guess you'd call it. But A notices that on days that A is in the body of a woman, Rhiannon is a little bit more reserved and not as touchy and not as, there. David Levithan, who in many of his books he has queer couples, he has just queer characters. It incorporates that, but I almost wish that he had gone into that, kind of challenge Rhiannon as a character and be like, well, why are you being more reserved? If she identifies as a heterosexual woman, one day A is a woman, then I can understand not being as attracted because some people just aren't attracted to someone of the same gender that they are. I struggled with in this book is that Rhiannon assumed that A was a boy. And what was hard for me was that because Rhiannon assumed A was a boy, I would catch myself repeatedly reading this book and assuming A used masculine pronouns and identified as a boy because of the heteronormativity that I have in my head and because it was reinforced by Rhiannon's heteronormativity. Another thing that I wish that had been unpacked more in this book is David Levithan, what he didn't do a good job with, which consistently frustrates me with everything that I come across that does this, including my academic work, which, there are people that I know in academics who incorporate LGBTQ plus topics in their curriculum and still get this wrong. And I'm sorry, those of you out there, this is not APA correct. By standing by the fact that you are, asserting that it's APA is just reinforcing this ignorance. And when you're asking someone, hey, what is your sex? Someone asks me that, my answer is, I am a female. And someone says, what is your gender? My response is, I'm a woman. The answer to what is your gender is not, I'm female. No. By mixing that, we're taking away from identities that are important. And so while David Levithan does a good job of incorporating these kinds of characters, I immediately checked out just a little bit when he messed up on gender and sex words. Overall, though, this was a really good book. Just based on the concept, it was out of left field. It was very unsettling. It was engaging. And I also liked that even though A had those very unique experiences, there were still a lot of things that you could relate to. So the romantic relationship between Rhiannon and A was something that even if you aren't jumping from body to body, you can still find something to connect to. Hey, have a good 4th. It's raining here and Hurricane Arthur's coming by. Hey, raise your hand if you watched Arthur as a kid. Hey. Anyway, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Don't shoot a firework at someone. It seems funny, but it's not safe. No. Don't do it. And hey, do us all a favor. Be careful about your word choice. It does matter, even if it doesn't seem like it does.